Alright guys, welcome to station 3 of our geography stations. What I'm going to need you to do now is you're going to need to check Edmodo for the correct page number that I would like you to record this title to. And the title is Why Choose Texas. Alright, once you've figured out the page number and you've actually recorded the title, I need you to write this question below. Why do you think early American settlers moved to Texas? Go ahead and pause the video for a minute and think of a couple of reasons as to why people would move to Texas. Also, if you don't want to list things, if you'd like to draw them, feel free to do that as well. So just take a couple minutes and get that done. Pause the video and I'll be waiting for you when you get back. Alright, so hopefully you pause the video, you've come up with your list. Now, why do you think early American settlers moved to Texas? Well, that's kind of like the $1,000,000 question. The reason people moved to Texas is before Texas was Texas, it was actually see if I can say this right. Coahuila y Tejas, and it was a Mexican province or a state inside Mexico. And then before that, it was part of Spain, and we'll get to that. I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit, but the important thing is, why did people move to Texas? Mainly, why did the Americans move to Texas? And there are three big reasons. The first one is the very fertile soil. Texas had some of the best farming land. It still does, actually. Some of the most fertile soil in the country, so whatever farmers wanted to plant, they could grow in mass quantities. Then they also, as you found out earlier, you might have, the abundant water resource. Texas has got lots and lots of rivers, as well as, well, there's only one natural lake in Texas, but there are a lot of rivers that are a part of Texas, the state of Texas. So that gave access to these water resources as well as aquifers too, not just rivers, because the aquifers would help with irrigation for fields, but also just natural rivers also helped irrigate and keep the soil fertile. And if there's one thing you can't live without water. So any kind of settlement that you see, any town, there's always near a water source, always. And the last thing is our mild climate. People moved here because, especially in our area, we really don't have a huge dramatic season change. Yes, it gets cold, but it's not as cold as, say, someplace like Iowa or Minnesota, where seasons are actually prominent. And then if you get like into, say, Kansas or Nebraska, who has those direct seasons that actually you can tell, okay, we're in fall now, oh, now we're in winter, now we're in spring, now we're in summer. Texas, it's pretty mild. We kind of usually stick to a summer to cooler summer to it's a timid summer. No, I'm just kidding about that. But Texas does have seasons, but it's very limited in our area, the effects of those seasons. All right, so people moved for land and water resources as a part of the physical system of geography that people have learned to use. Now, note that physical system is basically that. It's land and water resources. We're going to break that down here in a second. And then the human system is, once people learn to use the physical system of geography, they begin creating the human system that we see today. And that would be your towns, your roads, your infrastructure, these type of things. So in fact, let's go ahead and break these two systems down. So check Edmodo again for the page number that this is going to go on, but you're going to go ahead and build this brace map. Now, whenever you're building a brace map, you are classifying something, right? Yes. All right, and go ahead and draw like a little box around. You don't have to, or you can put these on the corners, but you might want to do these in different colors or different types of notations. So the first thing that we're going to look at, obviously, are the two major systems of geography. And if you notice, what are physical systems is a question that we're going to answer, as well as what are human systems. All right, let's look at physical systems first. Physical systems are physical processes that shape the earth, such as erosion, water erosion, wind erosion, atmosphere. These type of things are all part of the process that shape earth. Example, atmosphere, land, water, even life. Obviously, man has a huge impact on the physical environment or the physical system of geography upon the Earth's surface. All right, now let's look at human systems. Human systems are the way people interacting with their environment. So, for example, building a city, building a housing development is a big impact on the physical system of geography because man is actually changing the land. Planting crops, that's a great one. Drilling for oil. So, a couple of examples here. You have population, culture, economic activity, human settlement. All these things I listed, building a town, drilling for oil, just the different aspects that make up who we are and as far as a population. So those are the two major systems of geography. Okay guys, once you've finished writing all this down, if you need to, rewatch this video again to kind of get a better understanding of what the physical systems of geography are as well as what the human systems of geography are. Once this is recorded into your notebook, you guys can go ahead and move on to Station 4. I have a brief intro with that I'm going to do, and then Miss Johnson's going to take it from there. Alright, we'll see you guys.